Hey guys, today's video is going to be a wear test on the Revlon Colorstay Full Cover Foundation. Now, I did buy two of these. I got them because I wasn't sure what color I would be, and I got these in Walgreens. At the time, they were buy one get one 50% off, so I just thought that that would be a really good time to kind of try these out. If you guys haven't seen my CoverGirl one, the one where it is the True Blend Matte Made Foundation, be sure to check it out. I'll link it down below. I want to start off by letting you guys know that I've already done my eyebrows, obviously, and then I did put on some moisturizer. It is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. I want to read some of the information about this foundation from the website. So I did go to the Revlon website, and I'm going to go down to the description. On the back of the bottle, it does say that it is full coverage foundation, up to 24-hour wear, no caking or fading, lightweight, blends seamlessly. We're definitely going to test this out. Can't say that I'm going to wear it for 24 hours, but I will wear it for as long as I can. On the website, it shows here not too many colors. There's about 16 colors. I think they could do a lot better than just 16 colors. In the description, it says that this is a full coverage matte finish, lasts up to 24 hours, comfortable wear that moves with your skin without flaking or caking, easy to apply and blends seamlessly. And then it does have some bullet points down below, and it says that it's a matte full coverage that doesn't look cakey or feel heavy, lasts for 24 hours, smooth, even complexion with built-in primer, and it's in a tube for easy on-the-go application. I really do agree that I like that it's in a tube, and I like that they put in that it has a primer built into the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This one is in the color 150 Buff. This one is 175 Natural Ochre. I think that the Natural Ochre might be a better color. I noticed that the tube is just a little bit colored, like the colors are a little bit different on the tubes. I'm going to test both of them out just in case though. So I'm going to test it on here first just to see. This one is Buff, and then this one is going to be the Natural Ochre, and they're very thick. You can see that they're very thick, and then also very moussey. So this one right here is Buff, and then this one is the Natural Ochre. I think I'm going to go with the Natural Ochre because it is a lot more golden toned, and I am warm tone. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out. And just to test it out, I'm going to go right down here. Yeah, I can already tell that works a lot better. I am going to go in with 175 Natural Ochre. I'm going to do one side with a beauty blender and then one side with a brush. I will start off with the side with the beauty blender because I did already soak my beauty blender, and so it's damp and ready to use. Like I said before, I've already done my moisturizer. I'm not going to use a primer with this because I do want to see if it has a smoothing primer with it, and we will see how it holds up throughout the day too. I did put a little bit of foundation on my hand just to kind of see how much I am going to need. I'm going to take my beauty blender. Ooh, yeah, this is some thick stuff. This is pretty thick. I'm gonna go right onto your guys's right. I did run out of the foundation on my hand. I'm gonna put on just a little bit more. And so I've already done this part of my face. I just need to do my forehead. Now I've applied this whole side of my face with it, and I really like the way that it came out. It does look really smooth, and the foundation didn't take very much to blend into my skin, so it looks really nice right now. I'm going to go ahead and do this other side with a brush. The brush that I'm going to be using is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. The side that I did with the brush, I feel like it took longer to do, and it's not as smooth as the side that I did with the sponge. With the side with the brush, I can notice the brush strokes a little bit more. And then I'm also kind of noticing like little patches, like right here. I'm fixing this little patch right here. I noticed a little bit of redness kind of peek through from my skin. In this case, I do think that the sponge works a lot better. The finish is not completely matte in my opinion, especially with the side that I had used the sponge. I let it kind of sit a little bit. It does make sense that the sponge side is a little bit more moisturized because it is damp with water, but the side with the brush and the side with the sponge look very similar. I'm trying to decide if I want to set this with powder this time, that way we can see. It does not say that this is transfer resistant, which is kind of the reason why I want to do some sort of powder. I would say that I want to go in with the Hourglass translucent powder that they just came out with. I want to go in with this because I know that this is a good powder to have, but I'm going to go ahead, because that's a little bit more on the expensive side, I'm going to go ahead and go with my NYC one that I love to death. I use this one all the time. I don't know which spots to set. I want to set my whole face because that's what I normally do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now that I've set my face with powder, I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I will come back and talk to you guys in just a second. Now I'm back and I have a full face on, including some mascara and eyebrow gel. I didn't put any liner or eyeshadow on because I'm not really doing very much today, and this is normally how it is. Now that I've set the foundation down with some powder and finished the rest of my face, it does look really good. It doesn't look too cakey. I don't know if it looks any different to you guys, if it looks like I have something on my face, but personally, from looking in the mirror, I don't really look like I have foundation on. It does look a little natural. Not totally natural, but it does look a little bit natural. I wouldn't say that it's full coverage, because if it was full coverage, it would have covered my little freckles that I have over here, but it didn't. I do, however, like the formula. I like how moussey it feels, and it does really feel lightweight. I don't feel anything on my face. It's not quite as lightweight as the CoverGirl one, but this does feel lightweight. It is now 2:22 and I am going to do just a few things around the house today, do some errands, and I will check in with you guys later to let you know how well this holds up. And if I have missed anything else, then I will bring it up at the next check-in. But however, this right now seems okay. Not too bad, I don't think, as like a first initial impression. And oh, another thing I do want to mention is, again, something with drugstore colors. The colors like in these kinds of foundations don't help at all, which is why I buy two. And originally I was just gonna go with the 150 buff, but because it was buy one get one 50% off, I was like, hey, let me grab another one just in case. And I'm really glad that I did, because the buff did not work at all, and the natural ochre is a much better match for me. I really do wish that they would just stop with these names, like these weird names, buff, buff beige, and just call things cool, warm, or neutral. And I think that would help us so much better, rather than having to buy multiple shades at the same time and trying to play the guessing game with how these foundations will match us. So that is one definite con that I have, and I'm pretty sure I will just have that across the board for all drugstore foundations, because I do notice that a lot of the higher end foundations will tell you if it's MWC or something along those lines, where you will know if it is like a certain tone or a certain, you know, base for you. So I think that's something that these brands could improve on, and that will always be a negative for me. And yeah, so if I miss anything else, I will be back on the next check-in, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, it is now 2:09 in the morning, and I'm doing my final check-in with you guys. I didn't get a chance to do like a mid check-in because I was eating dinner, doing a bunch of stuff, so I didn't really get a chance to stop and take a break to do a check-in. I also took like a 2-hour nap, so there's that. To update you guys on the foundation, I think it's holding up really well. I am starting to get kind of hot because of the lights and everything, and the air is off. I just have a fan running right now. But, I mean, looking in the mirror and everything, it still feels really nice. It still has a matte finish to it. It's just a lot of the lights kind of make it look a little bit dewy almost. But I think compared to the CoverGirl one, this one is not as dewy as that. It's still pretty matte to me. I did not use a setting spray on top of this, so it's holding up really well. Now I'm going to zoom you guys a little bit closer so that you can see some spots. This is the side here that I did with, oh, I got my nails done too when I was away. The side that I did with a brush, I don't prefer. I actually prefer the side that I did with a sponge, especially around the nose area. It didn't really break up very much with the sponge, but then the side with the brush, you can kind of see, I don't know, it's not as good as this side. It doesn't crack or anything. There's a little bit of buildup on both sides, but it's not that bad. There is definite buildup on the side with the brush, but there's like no bad creasing. At least I don't think I saw any. The side that I used with the brush, there is a little bit of creasing and a little bit of buildup on my nose. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a little bit thicker right in there. And then on the side that I did with Beauty Blender, not too bad. A little bit right down here. But then the rest of my side of the nose looks great. I don't ever really notice any smile lines on myself, but I don't notice any here either. I have like little furs because of my cats. Overall, I do really like the way that this foundation is holding up, especially since it's been almost 12 hours. I think it's holding up really well. I will put the price as well for this foundation when I find the price again. I think it was like $10.49 or something like that, but I do have a little picture and I will show you guys what the little display is. I did set my whole face with powder, so that kind of really helps with the fact that this stays matte. I don't know how it would be by itself, but I don't think that I will try that. I don't think I'm going to try it without powder because of the way that this is how I wear my foundation. If you guys want to see a video with this foundation without the powder and see how that lasts throughout the day, let me know down below. I don't think that I have anything else to say about this foundation. I do really like this foundation. I'm very surprised at how lightweight it is, how matte it stayed throughout the day, and it held up really well throughout the day as well, especially with around the breakage of the nose. The sponge worked really well. I think it's a better idea to use the sponge for these matte foundations, especially because I kind of noticed that just the way that it sits on my skin is a lot better than a brush. I think maybe if these were more luminous or more dewy, maybe a brush would work a lot better. And I think this color that I had chosen was a pretty good match. So this one I do really like, and I think it's held up wonderfully. I don't know what else to say without repeating myself, so I'm just gonna end this here. This was thumbs up for me, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And I hope you're having a good day. I will see you later. Bye! Now that I've set the it does set... I'm not going to use a primer as well because I'm going to see if this does have a smoothing. I want to read some of the I will let you know if this is a foundation